Hey yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Starlight William Magician here, bringing you my Slifer the Sky Dragon deck profile. Super pumped to be doing a deck profile on this, as Slifer the Sky Dragon is one of my favourite Egyptian gods. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe and comment. With that, let's get into the deck profile. So I first play 3 copies of the man himself, Slifer the Sky Dragon. Slifer the Sky Dragon has the effect, requires 3 tributes. To normal summon this card, cannot be, when this card is normal summon, it cannot be negated. When normal summons, cards and effects cannot be activated. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned, send it to the graveyard. Then this card gives 1,000 attack and defense for each card in your hand. Then if a monster is normal summoned to your opponent's field, will attack in attack position, that card loses 2,000 attack, and if its attack is reduced to 0, it gets destroyed. Which, with this deck, you can get Slifer out in 1 turn, so you summon your Slifer, and then, unless your opponent kaijus you, your opponent will struggle to summon monsters. I then play 3 copies of King's Knight. King's Knight has the effect of when this card is summoned, while you control Queen's Knight, you can special summon Jack's Knight. So I also play the 3 copies of Queen's Knight, and then I play 2 copies of Jack's Knight. Now you're probably wondering why I play a 3 of Kings, 3 of Queens, and the 2 of Jacks. I just think the distribution, or I think the numbers are fine instead of running a 3, a 2, and a 2. Because you don't really want to brick on this card. I then play 2 copies of Imperial Boa. Imperial Boa has the effect, if you control another monsters, you can tribute this card. Take 2 different monsters from your deck among Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight, and if you do, add them to your hand, or special summon each monster. You can only use the effect of Imperial Boa once per turn. This card is an easy special summon, and it's also an easy special summon to get 2 monsters on the field to help you with your Slifer the Sky Dragon summon. And then, last but not least, for the monsters, I play 2 copies of Joker's Knight. Joker's Knight has the effect, you can send 1 Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight from your deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, this card becomes the sent monster's name until the end of the turn. Then during the end phase, if this card is sent to your graveyard, you can target 1 other light warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle that target into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. You can only activate the effect once per turn, which you are going to be going through your knights quite quickly in this deck, so this card is just a great way to recycle them back into the deck so you can continue your plays. That's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spell cards. So for the spell cards, I play 3 copies of Thunder Speed Summon. This is an amazing card in this deck, as this is one of your main cards you're going to be using to summon your Slifer the Sky Dragon, because it has the effect of, during the main or battle phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 level 10 or lower, or special summon 1 level 10 monster, or if you control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and or Jack's Knight, you can apply this effect instead. Add 1 level 10 non-dark monster with question mark attack, so your Slifer the Sky Dragon, from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after the effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 level 10 monster. So normally when you'd activate this, you would have your Kings, Queens, and Jacks, and you'd use this card, activate its effect, to grab your Slifer, And then immediately after, you can normal summon Slifer the Sky Dragon. I also play 3 copies of Joker Stray. Joker Stray is a great card for summoning your knights because it has the effect you can discard 1 card to special summon 1 Queen's Knight from your deck. 1 Queen's Knight from your deck, and then you can add 1 King's Knight from your 1 King's Knight or Jack's Knight from your deck to your hand. And immediately after the effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 monster. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except light warrior monsters. Then during the end phase, if this card was sent to your graveyard, you can target 1 light warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card back to your hand. Which again, this is another great card to recycle your knights, because your knights is kind of your play, so if you don't have any in your deck, then you're kind of screwed. But you haven't got to worry, because you do have a lot of ways to put them back into your deck. Then I play 3 copies of Unexpected Die. Unexpected Die has the effect, if you control no monsters, you special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck, which normally you would summon your Queen's Knights, only surely because you have ways to search your King's Knight, and then you summon Kings to get Jacks. Then I do play quite a few one-offs. I play 1 copy of Twin Twisters for background removal, 1 copy of Regeki to destroy all monsters your opponent controls, 1 Monster Reborn so you can grab monsters from the grave, Reinforcement of the Army so you can grab any monster from your deck because they're all warriors, Mound of the Bound to protect your Slifer the Sky Dragon, Foolish Burial allows you to send a monster from your deck to the graveyard so you can set your plays up, and Swords of Revealing Light just so you can stall if need be. That is it for the spells. Let us get into the traps. So for the trap cards, I play 2 copies of Metal Reflect Slime. Metal Reflect Slime is a great card in this, for this deck because you can special summon this card in defense position, and it has 3000 defense and 0 attack. And this card is also counted for a. So you can activate this card. It has 3000 defense, so it's a great wall, and then also you can use it to special summon your copy of Egyptian God Slime in your extra deck. I also play the 3 copies of Joker's Wild. Joker's Wild is a great card, and it is kind of similar to the spell card we have, which is Joker's Stray. Because Joker's Wild has the effect, during your main or battle phase, send 1 spell or trap to the graveyard that specifically lists all the knights, and then this card becomes that card's effect. So you would send your copy of Joker Stray to the graveyard, and then this card would become the effect of Joker Stray. And then during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you can target 1 light warrior monster in the grave, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card from your deck to your hand. Which again is a great card for recycling, and then it adds you a card to your hand, which is normally great if you have Slifer the Sky Dragon on the field. I then play 2 copies of Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike's just there, so you pay 1500 life points to negate the summon or an activated effect. Now I play 1 copy of Storming Mirror Force. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, return all opponent's attack position monsters to their hand. And of course Mirror Force, because why not? It's a fun card to play in a deck. that is it for the main deck, guys. Let us get into the extra deck. For the extra deck, I play 2 copies of Egyptian God Slime. Egyptian God Slime is a brilliant card to have because it requires 1 Aqua monster or and 1 level 10 water monster. Must first be fusion summoned or special summoned from the extra deck by tributing 1 level 10 Aqua monster with 0 attack, which you will normally tribute your Metal Reflect Slime. And then also, this card counts as a free tribute, so if you summon this card, you can either keep him on the field, or you can tribute him off to summon your copy of Slifer the Sky Dragon. And then, this monster cannot be destroyed by battle, and then your opponent cannot target for attacks, and your opponent cannot target this card with effects. Any monsters your opponent with any effects your opponent control. So you can literally stop your opponent from attacking if you summon these, or if you summon 2 of these, and then that's what you have on the field. So your opponent literally can't attack, which is quite funny. Then I play a few other extra cards. I play number 101 Silent Honor Arc. I play number 61 Volcanosaurus. I play Constellar Pallades. I probably butchered that name horribly. I played 1 copy of Adria's Keeper of Armageddon. Tia's the Keeper of Genies. And I play number S39 Utopia of Lightning. 1 copy of Utopia because it's a level 4, so it's easy to get into. 1 Castle, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. 1 Star Liege Palladium. 1 of these. And I also play a few link cards in this deck, so I play 1 Isolde and 2 copies of Arcana Extra Joker. And that is it for this deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Also, before we leave, I want to give a big shout out to Dark Magician 84. This is for helping me complete this deck. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.